What I should have done with my screen while I was getting a drink refill is make it a cat cam. Nefi, say hello to everybody. Okay, I'm going to be shy about it. That is Nefi, my lovely cat, who loves to sit in her cat bed here on the desk while I use the computer. So we've got a mascot for the draft. Let's go ahead and jump back in and run another draft here and see what we can put together this time. Okay, Sarkin Fireblood. Yep, I mean, Planeswalkers and Limited are great. Herald of Faith is fine. Murder is also great. But can't not take a Planeswalker, right? We get to rummage, add some mana for dragons, so we'll want to try to get some more Sparkton Dragon or whatever, or Dragon Egg. Yeah, I mean, dragon spells, get dragons. Let's go Dragon Tribal, question mark. Question is, what do we want to pair with our dragons? Harpy's good. We can sack the dragon egg to the harpy. That's a consideration. We could just take the red card. 3/2 menace for 3 is fine. We could go into blue, get ourselves a 2-for-1 value train with a Thopter, divination, draw some cards. That's a thing that we could do. I don't think we want to be doing a Johnny's Welcome things. I think the Harpy is probably fine. Drawn to divination, so pretty though. Oh, yeah. You know what? Let's just go with the blue. Ooh, fiery finish. Okay, so do we want a 7 damage to a creature? Probably not over something like Angel of the Dawn. Yeah, we could go white as well. I'm going to take Angel of the Dawn. Okay, so 4 mana, 4/3, Trample is a thing. For white cards, blue cards. Snapping Drake is just okay. But I definitely want to be in red, so I think I'm going to take the red card here and try and make sure we have playables in that. Okay. Pyromancer, solid 2 in red. I think we'll take that also. Very cool card style. I don't think we're wide enough where Trumpet Blast is where we want to be. Take the Pyromancer here. Okay, so if we want to just continue committing to red, we can take the Pyromancer. If we think the blue is going to work out at all, Omen Speaker is great. Getting the Scry is really valuable. Also, we could consider a Salvagers, but I think Omen Speaker is better than that. Dwarven Priest for life gain in white is fine, but I don't think it's better than either of these. I think it's between the 2 drops. I think I'm just going to stick with red and really solidify ourselves there, and pass on the blue cards and see kind of how this develops. None of these are good. You take a Lava Axe, really lean into red. Scholar Stars, we don't have any artifacts. Rustwing Falcon is kind of whatever. I think I'll just take the Lava Axe and really try and lock into red, and we'll see what pack 2 and 3 have to say about what our other color could be between, well, frankly, any of them. Alright, Trumpet Blast I don't think is necessarily worthwhile. I think Anticipate is a really good card, and if we want to hedge towards blue, you know, that's something that we might want. Inspired Charge, also a consideration, but I think Anticipate's probably better. Take a 2-drop. We'll take the red card over a mediocre card. I'll take Inspired Charge here. Goblin Motivator is pretty meh. Yeah, we'll take a late Trumpet Blast and a Sure Strike. That's nice. Alright, so now we got to start making some decisions. We've got 2 blue card manipulation spells that you know, we can easily get rid of. We've got a couple of white cards that we're reasonably happy with, but nothing crazy. Gutter Snipe is great if we have enough spells, and is one of my personal favorite cards. Valiant Knight is great if you have knights, which we currently have none of. So while it's a powerful card and we can look to get more knights, it currently doesn't do a ton for us. Alternatively, Pegasus Courser, making your creatures fly, is also very powerful and is usually a key to success in some, you know, of the red-white style decks. I don't think blue is going to be where we end up, so I'm going to move those in the sideboard for now. And 1, 2, 3. I think Pegasus Courser is probably the right pick here. And I'm going to take, and Valiant Knight is probably also much higher power level if we're dipping into white than Gutter Snipe, but Gutter Snipe is so fun. Can't say no. Okay, Mentor of the Meek. Power 2 of this. 1, 2. I think the removal spell is where we want to be here. Yeah. I think we want the removal spell here. Getting sort of punished for not taking that Knight card, given that Gallant Cavalry is here. I'm going to take Shock. We picked Gutter Snipe for a reason. We got to lean into a little bit. And then I think, again, this is tough. I want the Sparktongue Dragon because we've got Sarkhan. So we want dragons, but another Gallant Cavalry going by is not great for us. What do I have for goblins? I don't think I have just the one. So Volley Veteran's not super powerful right now, but I don't have any enchantments, so I think I'll take the Volley Veteran over another Lava Axe. Okay. Leonin Vanguard is a solid white playable, but I think just being able to take to the skies with some of our things. You know, we passed the other Pegasus Courser. I don't want to pass another. We already have Luminous Bonds. Lightning Mare is going to be better than our third Viashino Pyromancer, I believe. And then Tormenting Voice to draw cards versus Cavalry Drill Master as a 2-drop. That slants aggressive. I think we want the Drill Master because that's going to help us stay on the front foot and be aggressive, and that's kind of where this deck wants to be. Okay, great. So another Pegasus Courser is terrific. Goblin Instigator, get some dudes on the ground. I think we'll take the spell here. We're just looking to be very low to the ground. Spells. Fire Elemental will probably play. Alright. So, third Pegasus Courser, a Sky Scanner, or Dark Dweller Oracle. Sacrifice creature, exile top card of your library. You can play that card this turn. Let's get Sovereign's Bite, Root Snare out of here. We're not playing those. Do I have creatures I feel like sacrificing to this thing? I've got I want the Menace threat here to pair with my Pegasus Coursers. Now, Sky Scanner drawing a card could be pretty important. I'm actually going to take Sky Scanner. Tormenting Voice is something we would definitely consider, but Hieromancer's Cage is going to be a nice removal spell for something problematic on the board. Help keep us on the front foot. Take another Spark Tongue Dragon here. Alright, so this is an interesting pick. We do have 2 dragons already, but having another dragon that pairs with our Sarkhan is probably good. But Luminous Bonds, we have 1 Luminous Bonds, 1 Hieromancer's Cage. I think we want to just try to keep our foot on the gas, and this will be a nice dragon curve topper for us. I think I'll take a Revitalize over Tormenting Voice. What do we have for ways to gain life? We've got 1 Daybreak Chaplain, 1 Revitalize. That's it. So Johnny's Primate is probably not going to get too big. Whereas we can get a Take Vengeance and destroy a tapped creature. I think that's probably more where our deck wants to be. Make a Stand. Indestructible. Yeah. We could kind of keep going wide with the Instigator. What do we have for spells? Mighty Leap, Shock, Take Vengeance, Sure Strike. Yeah, we're probably cutting spells anyway. I'm going to take the Instigator. Oh, wow. Shield Mare is great. Grab that. We'll take a Boggart Brute, absolutely. Second Trumpet Blast, first Tormenting Voice. Let's grab our first Tormenting Voice. Another Inspired Charge, another Revitalize. We're probably not playing 2 of either. But we're more likely to play another Inspired Charge, I guess. Trumpet Blast, Tormenting Voice. These things are flowing like water here. Alright, so this is going to be an interesting, very low to the ground deck here. We're not playing a Wall of Mist. Not going to play Fire Elemental. Not playing 3 Inspired Charges. Probably not playing either of these Ogres. I don't think we're playing either of these Tormenting Voices. Shock, okay, Drill Master I like. Chaplain is just a 1/3. Is the lifelink going to be relevant for any reason? I don't think so. It's not a particularly strong body. I think we want to be maximizing our damage output. It's probably a 16 land deck too. Lightning Mare is good. Mighty Leap, flying until end of turn. If we're doing Trumpet Blast inspired charge things, I don't think we need that. Cut this. We've got one, yeah, we've got some goblins, so this actually makes sense to have around. What do we have? We've got a Take Vengeance, a Luminous Bonds, and a Hieromancer's Cage. I think I want to keep all of those. Dragon. I think this is probably a 16 land deck. Oops, going the wrong way there. 8. 9. Let's go 9/7. Cut Inspired Charge. What do we have for spells? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 spells. Yeah. Cut the Sky Scanner. It's not very aggressive. Havoc Devils. And I don't think I want to cut the Lava Axe. Probably cut Revitalize. No. Yeah. All right, we'll run with this. We'll see how this plays out. The Gutter Snipe was definitely the wrong pick, both at the time and in retrospect. We could have leaned into the Knights more. We definitely would have been more sort of mid-rangey than we are now, so we'll see if that's a relevant consideration. But yeah, we'll keep this and see how it shakes out. All right, mulligan from our opponent. Never hurts. All right, let's get our two gobos in play here. Draw planes off the top. I'm going to play the Shield Mare. We did not. So I'm going to play Pegasus Courser. And I don't feel like throwing away any of our tokens into this Greenwood Sentinel, so I won't. If I attack, these two go in the air so they can't block. That'd be 6 come through. I'll block this with something. I use a spell and kill it. And I think I'll just get the Pyromancer in play. Deal 2 to you. And then I can set up an even better Trumpet Blast next turn. This is holding back your thing, so I'm not going to attack. I don't think the 1 damage is relevant. And if I'm thinking about making a Trumpet Blast play, I want to have creatures back to get traded with. Yep, you got a Divination. Not the cool looking one. White. Alright, let's attack with everybody. And we'll get the Pyromancer in the air. And Trumpet Blast. Taste it. Alright, and we've got a Luminous Bonds and a Hieromancer's Cage for whatever big threats. Luminous Bonds, and if we draw another land, a Hieromancer's Cage for whatever 4 or 5 mana plays they might have, such as Druid of Horns. Yep, just Luminous Bonds that. Get in for 3. Do want to get a land here at some point. Preferably a Plains. So I can get this Shield Mare in play. Now, opponent is... So I can attack you for -4. I don't think that's relevant. Let's get a menace creature out. Yeah, attacking you for -4 isn't going to do anything. There's no raid triggers or charter courses or anything like that. Okay. You got yourself a Departed Deckhand in your 3-color deck. Interesting choice. Plains? Alright. Oh, let's send in there with the Brute. That doesn't do anything. And Shield Mare. And then we just have 1 card left in hand, so playing that land lets us know a little bit more what's going on. And if they don't play a blocker, we can just Hieromancer's Cage this out. Okay. Desperate to get that blocker. I respect that. Yeah, well, that was a very bold attack. Very bold attack. I'm just going to Hieromancer's Cage, your untapped creature, and kill you. Even though we were at 23, not really sure I understand that attack. I have 3 cards in hand and playing a red deck, so it seemed like sort of a questionable choice, but we've made plenty of questionable choices of our own, so who am I to judge? Got the first win, so let's move on to game 2 and see how we're doing here. Yeah, we'll keep this. We need some more red. Certainly. Phone here. 2 double red spells, 1 mountain. Awkward for sure. But hopefully we can draw a mountain in the next turn or 2. Rogue's Gloves. Okay. Sure. Oh, yeah, sorry. I don't actually want to shock your face. Alright, Goblin Instigator away. And a mountain off the top so that we can get Sarkin in play would be fantastic. Oh, yeah. Thank you, deck. Let's send in the Knuckleheads. Yep. And Sarkin. Unfortunately, this is not a dragon horse. I don't think I want to discard and draw, so we'll just add a couple of mana. Let's add a couple of black mana, keep our opponent on their toes. And Psychic Corrosion, okay. The race is very much on. Alright, how do we want to play this? Let's just add more black mana for dragons. Let's go to combat. Send in. Yep, take your damage. Alright, let's get the Gutter Snipe in play. Good job, Auto Tapper. We want to leave open that red for shock. Pass the turn. Yep, nothing we can do about that. Yeah, I mean, that's not actually all that bad to get milled a couple of lands. Yeah, we would have loved to hit one of them for Angel of Dawn, certainly. But do I shock here? They probably have a creature in their deck. I'll just keep heading.
Look to the skies.
I read this time. Still no. Our horsies are not dragons, so let's go to combat. And sure. Pyromancer's Cage would have been nice for that. Well, that's unfortunate, but milling the Volcanic Dragon, we're nowhere near casting, is fine. Let's get Shield Mare in play, and return. It's going to be Psychic Corrosion, Luminous Bonds, take Vengeance. That's actually fine, they don't have any creatures in play anyway. It's probably going to be our Sarkin emblem versus Resolve. Their Psychic Corrosion. Let's go ahead and get the 2 toughness creature out of the way here. Feel free to take your 2 damage. Taste it. Dragons. That put me to 6. I have 1 left. That's okay. Attack. Retrieve one of my dudes. Go nuts.
They are coming.
2 red. Cast Sparked Up. Can't unfortunately pay. Wow, Cleansing Nova. Good job, opponent. What I can do is plus my Sarkin.
Might demands power.
Play Pegasus Courser. And Lightning Mare. So that Cleansing Nova was really good. I didn't even consider that, but you know, I'm not usually in the business of playing around rares, so luckily we had 2 good follow-ups, and oh yeah, we still have our Planeswalker, so definitely not playing around another Wrath. Sure. Alright, so if I put this into play, that's 2, 4, I get in for 6, or make a bunch of dragons. Yeah, so I can play this now, get in for more damage. Vigilant damage at that. Yep. Assuming they don't make us mill too much so that we can't get another turn, we're looking pretty good here. They've already cast... Okay. Yep. Feel free to... Okay. Kill my Sarkin. Yeah. Alright. Not only did we get our Sarkin out on turn 3, we were able to ultimate it and attack with our vicious Dragon Horde for the win, and we beat the Psychic Corrosion on the race. Psychic Corrosion and Cleansing Nova, though, is definitely a very good. Spore Swarm, fun. The black-green Saplings deck was a really awesome deck to draft in Dominaria. Slimefoot was just a super fun card, and spewing a bunch of Saplings all over the board and sacrificing them and drawing cards and getting them for damage was great. That was Dominaria was a really awesome draft format. I think Wizards really crushed it with that, with the legendary creature in every pack, and just the cool diversity of decks that you could put together. You know, it has a lot of repeatability, has a lot of play to it, which is important. You know, you want to have fun the first few times you draft it, but if you can put together a set that's fun the 40th time you draft it or the 100th time you draft it, that's great too. This hand isn't great, but we've got plenty of time to get white mana, and I think we've got a lot of cheap stuff, so I don't think mulliganing appreciably helps our cause. We'll just try and fill in a little bit. Alright, I need some. Still need white mana. Blue again. And white. Hopefully this is not another Psychic Corrosion situation. That is a good draw. Let's get a couple of Goblin Knuckleheads on the board and start raising hell. Okay, our opponent has some sort of 2-mana spell. Disperse, perhaps? Let's attack and see what they do. Okay. They don't have double blue for a counter spell, so it feels like, yeah, for like a cancel, or like Bone to Ash or something. So I think the high upside play is to try and get our Sarkin on the board here. Can I have my Dragon Boy? Yes! Okay, and I think I'm going to try to hit land drops here by discarding Angel of the Dawn. Especially since we have no white. Alright, well next turn we'll probably just try to get the Gutter Snipe out. Drawing a land would also be good. The creature here, we might be able to volley Veteran it. Okay. Let's go to combat. See what they have to say about that. Alright. Gobbo is pecking in. I don't have any. I'm just going to plus for the mana. Could discard Take Vengeance since they don't have any creatures, but I assume they have some. Let's add green, keep you guessing. Even though I discarded a white card. I'm sure you figured out that that's part of what I'm up to. The other upside here of getting Gutter Snipe in play is if this resolves, next turn, if they have a creature that comes into play, that'll be one more goblin for the Volley Veteran. We would have been able to kill that anyway, but assuming they don't equip it, of course, or enchant it, rather. Yeah, that's fine. 3/3, we can still kill that. With our Volley Veteran. And I'm going to just go ahead and Shock Face here to get the 4 damage. We're going to use all 4 of the mana we currently have to Volley Veteran out this Novice Knight next turn. Volley Veteran. Very curious, like what instance our opponent has. Unless they're like playing on full control, because they're getting so many stops. Take our 2 for 1. Mighty Leap on defense. Okay. Still want all the cards in my hand, so. This is interesting. I don't want to sacrifice my Gutter Snipe, but I would absolutely trade one of these tokens that I'm about to replace for your Novice Knight. So we'll get in for 2 there. Yeah, so this is unblockable. That's going to come in and take out our Sarkin. We could really use a Plains off the top here. Yikes. That's frustrating. Alright. I'm going to discard this Goblin Instigator and try to hit Plains. Oh, wow. That's a tilt. Yeah, I'm happy to trade this Volley Veteran for either of your creatures, so let's ship in with that. Because they're in a tough spot because they want to have this 7 power so they can come kill my Sarkin. Otherwise, I can ultimate it for dragons next turn. But going to 6 against a deck with a Gutter Snipe on the board and all red spells cast so far can't feel good either. Disperse. Okay, so they did have the Disperse. Mirror Image your Horizon Scholar. That's a good play. A white mana would be just terrific here. Fate, you cruel mistress, you. That's okay. Didn't want to do that. Wanted to play Sarkin, loot away the mountain. Let's pass. Just playing out Sarkin to loot away. Like, all of these white cards are going to be helpful to me, and I need to deal with these flyers. That was a misclick on playing the land there for sure, but okay, so they just play a land out, so we know they don't have any counter spells. So let's run the Sarkin out. gonna get rid of this Pegasus Courser. Even worse. Okay, so us never drawing white has been very problematic here. But a white mana off the top allows us to exile one of these flyers. We'll probably just take vengeance here. Hey, look who decided to join the party. Okay, so let's kill this. Take 2. That dies. Alright, we're in business. Oh my goodness. Oh. We gotta get this thing over with. 5, 6 in play. One of which is white though. Alright. Luminous Bonds. Get out of here. Land. Alright, let's think about this. So they block here. They take 1 damage. Our board remains the same. They block here. They take 3, 2. Let's just send them in. And then we can Hieromancer's Cage the Patient Rebuildings. We don't lose to that. Or, alternatively, instead of Hieromancer's Caging this, depending on what they draw off the top and how they block here, we might be able to Volcanic Dragon them to death. Well, no, because of the lifelink, I don't think that's going to work. We should probably just Hieromancer's Cage this. Unless we draw like Lava Axe, in which case, taste it. Opponent deep in the tank. Yeah, drawing 2 there was really, really good for them. Making that a lifelinker, yeah. Sure. Let's play Plains. I got 1 card in hand. But if we play the dragon, assume it's 6, that's 7. Go to 2. I think we need to Hieromancer's Cage this Patient Rebuilding. We just can't have them drawing cards and doing shenanigans. Shenanigans with that, yeah, Patient Rebuilding, goodbye. Okay. Add the Disperse, but we're able to get in there for some damage. Of course, they'll be able to get that back, but then they'll... Jeez. Okay. That's a problem. 5 lifelink a turn is going to be tough. Volcanic Dragon. Shield Mare. So this gets us in for 7. So we're 2 ahead of you. Yeah, I think we just want to try to force through as much damage as we can. If we can draw a Lava Axe here, boo. I mean, that has haste, but whatever. Alright, so they've definitely gummed up the works on the ground here. So we're going to take 5. They're going to go to 9. But because they bounced our Volcanic Dragon, Lava Axe off the top doesn't do anything for us. So we just recast our dragon. Which they counter. We are in big trouble. We don't have enough power to kill this Daybreak Chaplain. And we're going to run out of cards before they're just gaining so much life. Those are Knight's Pledges. It's ridiculous. 2, 4, 5. So even if we triple block, we can't kill the Chaplain. So get this Gallant Cavalry off the field here. Take our 5. So here's the Lava Axe, but even with Gutter Snipe on the battlefield, it does 7. So like Lava Axing them does nothing, because then this comes back in for 5, so we don't get anywhere. Lava Axing one of these things is not super relevant, but let's just do that anyway. Alright, player or planeswalker, right. So I can't read my cards, so we will just target them because we can't do anything else. Pass. Those Spark Tongue Dragons would have been nice. So I can pump this up to a 7. So I can kill your Daybreak Chaplain, but I am going to mill before I kill you. No. Jeez. Alright. Damage. Blaze of Glory. Here we go. Good games, opponent. Patient Rebuilding is very good, and they were able to lifelink their way to victory. Yeah, pass the turn. Let me die to mill. Oops. Mistake on your part. Always win with the mill. You got Patient Rebuilding in your deck. What fun is attacking people? Alright, tough one there, but hey, alright. Gold. Just our first loss. We'll keep trucking along here. Such a sleepy kitty. Yeah, this is a good one. Opponent goes first, so we get to kind of get a sense of what colors they are, and then I'll inform how we want to play this out. But I imagine it'll be Lightning Mare on 2, so that we can then benefit from the Drill Master's Enter the Battlefield ability in combat with this. Excuse me. Speaking of Drill Master. Lightning Mare. Unfortunately, it doesn't appear that our opponent is playing any blue creatures. That's okay. We've got the Luminous Bonds if they play something. No, thank you. Big and beefy we want to get out of the way. Oxidon, Mindbreaker, sure. Drill Master of my own. Let me introduce you to my 5/1 first striking horsey. What say you, Elephant Man? That's what I thought. Sure. I was going to say, I'd be happy to trade that Drill Master for your Line Breaker. So, it's a good play on their part. This allows us to attack. Pump. And then play an Instigator. Let's see what they do here before combat. If they don't do anything, I've got Angel of the Dawn coming, so I will probably let the Line Breaker through and trade one of the tokens for the Drill Master, so that I have a bigger creature, another creature to get the Pump and Vigilance on the attack next turn. That'd be 4 or 5. Okay. Yeah, I will. Still trades with all of this. Lightning Mare will get taken out by the Drill Master. Yeah, let's get this off the board. follow-ups. Familiar face. $13. So that's no blocks 5, Titanic growth 9. I'm still alive. So they have to have a Titanic growth rabbit bite. Okay, another rabbit bite's annoying. Let's get the line breaker out of here. And then land off the top lets us slam Volcanic Dragon. Luckily we've got flyers. Land. Pegasus Courser, okay. Opponent finally hits their 4th land. That's a problem. Can't kill it. Take the damage. We're just dead though because they've got 4 attackers. So played myself there. Looks like it didn't matter because they had the Hieromancer's Cage, but I did not properly do math here. And I think I tried to get too cute with the Angel there. I should have had that out much earlier to soak up damage, knowing that the Volcanic Dragon would likely be good once we got there. Alright, 2 losses, back against the wall. Let's rally here in this next round. Yeah, I mean, I think our deck is pretty medium. It's an easy mulligan. I mean, I'm not going to 5, so we'll just hope we get a plains and some, and you know, the cards come together for us. But those are some ugly hands. I think the deck's pretty medium. I think there was probably some things in deck building I could have done differently. The red-white split probably should have been even at 8-8 instead of 9-7. We've had some trouble with our white mana in a lot of these games, so yeah, if you want to trade, let's trade, buddy. Cool. I'll get my, yeah, alright, I'll get my little eggy. I'm not even gonna, Dragon Wizard. Okay, so I can play this, but it doesn't do anything as far as dealing damage. That's frustrating. you want to trade now? Sure. The fact that this doesn't kill the Sentinel is pretty frustrating, but you know, they're stuck on lands. Missed a land drop there, so we want to, you know, put them in a position where they've got to be on the back foot here. Let's get that off the board. And then we'll follow up with Spark Tongue Dragon. Oh, yeah, you want a Titanic Growth on defense? Go nuts, pal. Go nuts. Yeah, not able to get full value out of the abilities of our creatures, but I think setting ourselves up with a flyer is well worth it. They're not presenting any... Yeah, come on in. Combat. Send in for 3. And play our land, so if we get the Haste Dragon, we'll be able to play that, and you know, if we hit a couple of more lands and we get another Spark Trunk, we might be able to use the 3-mana ability. Fine. Okay. Fine Mare is an issue. We got them to 10 though, and the Dragon Egg will take the first Vine Mare hit. Detection Tower. Ugh, Vivian Reed? Yikes.
The wild wasn't meant
Well,
to be contained.
you got me, opponent.
Sometimes restoration means retribution.
We are in big trouble now. No idea why he didn't attack. Not sure why.
Balance comes.
I get it. If they attack, obviously I block, then I get the 2/2. The Vivian has to plus to get to 3. Now they'll attack because they'll attack next turn probably because then the Vivian can kill after combat my flyer. Alright. Let's make some knuckleheads. Alright, so these knuckleheads and the trumpet blast could put us in a position where we're able to kill the Vivian, which would be nice. Unless they... Yeah, so they're going to try to get it high enough so that then when they attack next turn, the Vivian can kill Palaka Worm. Sweet mother of mercy. We are very dead. Very dead. Yep. There's not a lot going on here. Take 1,000,000. So I take 8 versus take 7. No, yep, that has trample too. Doesn't really matter. Whatever. Forgot about the trample because of the talons. Whatever. Giving me my birdie. My Dragon Man. Your Vivian can kill it. Yep.
Draw and fire.
If I draw a white mana, I might be able to get... No. Never mind. No. Let's get Vivian.
Let's do this again.
Still think we're very dead. You have to draw white mana and oh yeah. Well, now that all your things trample, we're just dead now. Sure. Highland game. You're going down, buddy. And away we go. Yeah, so I think there's some lessons to be learned there. I think I got too greedy with my land distribution and deck building. We were summarily punished for never having white mana when we needed it in multiple games. I think the overall power level of our deck was lower than it should have been because I took the Gutter Snipe over the Rare Knight, which was a mistake. Gutter Snipe was fun for the one game we had it, and like I said, I love Gutter Snipe, but I think objectively that was the incorrect pick, and it led to us having a much weaker deck than we should have. Staying disciplined in draft is important, and playing with your pet cards doesn't necessarily lead to wins. Hey, Crucible, all right. All right, so I think that's going to do it for the stream. A couple of drafts. A little disappointing, but we will be back again, stream tomorrow to try our hand at some more ranked core drafts tomorrow for Core Set 2019. And you can check out these videos on YouTube as well. So if you want to watch the playback and laugh at all of my terrible decisions along the way, you're welcome to do so. These will be on YouTube as well. So thanks for hanging out, everybody, and we'll see you next time.